Whoo! What's going on, guys? Boy, I am excited for the show. I might not look like it. I've been frustrated with my camera lately because of the audio that it's putting out. I'm using an iPhone X, iPhone 10, whatever you want to call it. And I don't know. I just can't trust it. Half the time I get static over the recording. And, you know, this is the type of show. We actually have a bunch of pickups today. Some of them from garage sales, some of them from Facebook Marketplace, and one of them came in the mail from a very special viewer. But this is the type of show I don't want to have to do more than once because, you know, it kind of loses the authenticity, especially if I crack into a package, right? So I'm sitting here sort of praying in my mind that my camera doesn't screw me over. That and I don't know what's going on. We're almost in the middle of July and it's freezing outside. It's like 68 degrees. I'm in the Chicago area. It's not supposed to be like this. It's supposed to be 100. So, I don't know. I'm in a mood. Okay. We're going to try to make things a little more upbeat and let's get into it. Okay. First set of pickups today comes from the garage sale. I personally haven't been having great luck at garage sales this year. However, my parents, thank you very much. They're always on the lookout for me when it comes to this stuff. They go to garage sales too, not just for video games, obviously. That's not why they're going. But if they happen to run into them, they'll give me a call. And they got 4 games for $2 each. And let's take a look at them one at a time together. We have Rayman Raving Rabbids. These are all complete, I believe. Yep. We'll go through them with some speed before my camera screws me over. Okay, Hyrule Warriors. This one feels a little bit on the light side. Ah, there is in fact a manual. Okay. That's for the Wii U. Now, next for the PS3, Little Big Planet 2. Yep, complete. And the last one, also for PS3, Duke Nukem Forever. There you go. How about that? In truth, we'll see what we'll do with these. I'm not too sure. This might become trade fuel. We'll see. But I figure, you know, they give me a call and they say these are $2 each. Should we get them? Yeah. Come on, get them. Bring them over. We'll figure it out later, right? We're gonna save the package for last. What we're going to talk about now is something that I came across on Facebook Marketplace, which overall in the grand scheme, if we're talking about Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, garage sales, over time I've probably had the best luck on Facebook Marketplace, I think, in this area. Okay, so we'll get into it. First thing is a Sega Genesis. I know I already had a Sega Genesis, but we found another one. This was part of a larger lot, so we'll take a look one at a time. Sega Genesis Model 1. Something interesting about this, maybe you've noticed it already, maybe you have not. There's a thing protruding out here. I had to give Joel from the Poor Man's Retro Game Room a call, and I don't believe he's ever seen this before. Okay? I certainly haven't, but then again, I'm not as familiar with the Genesis as he is. See that? Now, my Sega Genesis that's sitting back there, the door, you know, this is covering up the port for the for the Sega CD, right? And the port on mine, you know, the door for it's flush. It's totally flush to the console. This is proud. This is sitting proud here. It's all the way in. I take it out. This thing has pins, you know, the female pins that mate with the male side over here. So it's like a very expensive cover, you know. But you can tell it's made for it because there's a slot here in the middle and then there's a tab over here. So tab A goes in the slot B, that type of thing. And it fits perfectly. But when it's all the way in, it looks like this. Maybe this is common and I'm just being ignorant, but let me know if you've ever seen that before. And I'm curious what that might be. Maybe it's just a very expensive cover. That's seemingly all it is. Okay, so the Sega Genesis, we also got a couple of 3-button controllers. Of course, we already had a few, but Now we have a couple more. It had the original power supply, which is fantastic. I'm probably, that's one of the things I'm most excited about, as funny as that sounds, because I touched on this before. Not a big deal, but when I played my Sega Genesis games with the aftermarket AC adapter, I would get just a little bit of, snow, not too terrible, a little bit of artifacts scrolling up the screen. Not a big distraction by any means, but it was there. And sure enough, this original power supply cleared that right up. So that's super cool. Of course, it weighs 6 pounds, and as Joel warned me about, I will do my best not to drop it on my toe. Okay, the next thing, the biggest thing here, the biggest small thing here. Guess what, guys? We got a 32X with the, with the cable coming out of it. Got a 32X, which is by far the thing I was most excited about. So that's going to hook right up to the Genesis, and we'll be able to start looking for 32X games. And as luck may have it, wherever there are consoles, you can be sure that there's games. So I asked, do you have any games? Of course, there were games. And we got a few games right here in a small pile. We're going to show you them one at a time. We have Doom for the 32X. From what I understand, this is a very good version. And it came with the manual. Big fan of Doom and Doom 2 from way back when. Played those nonstop on the PC a long time ago. And we also have Star Wars the Arcade for the 32X complete. So let's see, 2 games out of 40 in the entire 32X library, which means we have 5% of the 32X library right off the bat. How about that? And then the last game that they had, guess what? Toe Jam and Earl. Super excited to have this in the collection. This is a must-have Genesis game, isn't it? And it is, in fact, complete. Beautiful copy. Like, totally flawless looking copy. I would call that flawless or near mint or whatever you want to call that. That's our big Sega Genesis lot here, slash 32X, the controllers, the console, the 32X, the games. We got a great deal on that through Facebook Marketplace. Totally excited about that. Okay, now the last thing. Package from our friend of the show, Joshua Moore. Fan mail. Fan mail sounds good. In fact, in truth, it was a trade. Let me find the knife. Where's the knife? Uh-oh. No knife. There's the knife. Okay. So I sent him... He wanted one of my Nintendo 64 games, and I included another one along with it because, Josh, you are getting known around these parts as the Mr. Bonus Materials. King of the bonus materials. Whenever somebody gets a package from Josh, they seem to get extra stuff, and that just shows you how great of a guy Josh is. So he traded me. He was sending me something very small, much bigger than this package. So I have a feeling Josh is going to come through and include some extra materials in here. He gave me a clue about one of them already, so I already know there's extra stuff in here. So anyway, long story, that's the reason, I just feel the need to include a little bit extra when I sent my thing over to Josh, even though I know he doesn't mind, he's not expecting that. And to tell you the truth, I'm not either. He's just such a good guy. All right. Let's get into this last package for the grand finale of the pickups video. Wow, look at that. Okay, he did give me a clue about this. Let me get it out of the plastic. He said he was sending me something called a mini box, I believe I have that term right, for one of the games that he's sure I have in my collection. And he's right, because there's also stuff on the inside of this. Okay, look at that. Let me fold it up for you. Let me just take a few extra seconds. And this is like a mini cartridge holder for my favorite game of all time, Final Fantasy III, known in other parts of the world as Final Fantasy VI. Wow, that is so cool. I don't intend on getting a complete in-box copy of this anytime soon, so this will more than suffice. Thank you so much, Josh. That is awesome. That's going to look great on the shelf. And of course, the thing that I was expecting in this plastic bag here, a manual for Dragon Warrior on the NES, which is great. This is the type of thing you want, you know, when you have an action-adventure or a role-playing game. Nice, big, thick, meaty manual. Color, by the way. That's awesome. Thank you so much again. And a mystery DVD type case. What do we have in here? Ah, Overblood for the PlayStation. See what I mean? Extra materials. Thank you so much, Josh. We're going to have to get into that one as well. I really appreciate that. Once again, high fives for Josh in the comments. I know you're going to be down there. So that about wraps it up for our pickups video. We have garage sale stuff, Facebook Marketplace, and more stuff in the mail from our good friend of the show, Joshua Moore. Thank you very much for tuning again, and we'll see you soon. And as always, take care.